Scrolling. Never-ending updates, trends, and chats. Every ping demands attention. But what does it leave behind? A single comment. Just words on screen. But they weigh heavier than she'd ever admit. Stuck, drowning in a world that never stops shouting. How do you find quiet when your phone even feels like a cage? But sometimes, a spark cuts through the noise. A friend, a message, a lifeline. What if tech didn't drain you, but got you? Reminders to breathe, tips to create, even a nudge to dance. Laughter, movement, a screen that connects instead of divides. This is what tech was meant to be. Day by day, click by click, she wasn't just using the app, she was reclaiming her time, her joy, herself. And with one post, she realized her voice mattered, not just likes, but change. Across the cities, screens, and time zones, a movement grew. Not just followers, leaders, rewriting the rules of the digital world. This isn't just her story, it's yours. The future isn't built by algorithms, it's built by us. So, what will you create?
Every teen, every creator, every person who's ever felt overwhelmed by the noise online, it started with pressure, confusion, even hurt. But it ended with impact. Because when one of us finally speaks up and the world listens, we're reminded that freedom to question, to share, and to speak our truth should never be taken for granted. But what if I told you that even one post, one voice can be part of something much, much bigger? Because the right to speak, to create, to challenge isn't granted everywhere. And that's where the story became global. Back in 1991, a group of brave African journalists gathered in Windhoek, Namibia. They had witnessed firsthand what censorship can do, how dangerous it is when truth has no protection and stories are silenced. So they made a promise to fight for a press that's free, a press that's independent, and a press that reflects many voices, not just a few. That promise became the Windhoek Declaration, and it's the reason why every year on May 3rd, we recognize World Press Freedom Day. It's a day to celebrate those who bring up the truth and to remember that struggles that still exist. Because even now, journalisms around the world face threats from censorship to misinformation, from cyber attacks to physical danger. But they keep going so we can keep knowing. And while we may not all be reporters in the field, we are all not just spectators. Today, every one of us holds a digital megaphone on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and beyond. What we say, post, share, it shapes minds, it drives movements, it matters. That's why protecting press freedom also means protecting our right to create, to speak, and to be heard. So, on this World Press Freedom Day, here's our challenge. Use your voice, tell your story. Never be afraid to question the noise, because when we speak with purpose. We lead with power. The power of the press is also the power of us.